This is a true story. 9 Japanese youths armed with knives, guns, and bombs hijacked a plane carrying 122 passengers. After tying up the passengers, they stormed towards the cockpit. They took the captain hostage and ordered him to fly to Havana, Cuba. However, they overlooked one crucial issue. This passenger plane was designed specifically for medium short-haul flights. Neither its fuel reserve nor its design could make it across the Pacific to Cuba. It couldn't even fly half the distance. After some discussion, they decided to change course to Pyongyang, North Korea, but unfortunately, the pilot informed them that the plane's fuel was only enough to reach the original destination, Fukuoka Airport. The hijackers had no choice but to agree to land at Fukuoka Airport to refuel first. Then they would change course to Pyongyang. At 9 a.m., the plane slowly landed at Fukuoka Airport. Dozens of venues had already gathered, large crowds and media. The police quickly surrounded the plane. A tense standoff ensued. After difficult negotiations, the police convinced the hijackers to release 23 hostages, but on the condition that the plane be refueled, and the pilot provided with a map of the Korean peninsula. Once everything was ready, the plane took off again for Pyongyang. But as the plane approached the 38th parallel, the captain received a radio signal. "This is Pyongyang. Identify yourself immediately." At the same time, a fighter jet appeared on the right side of the plane, attempting to warn the incoming aircraft by interception. The captain, terrified, immediately adjusted the radio frequency and shouted back, "This is Japan Airlines Flight 351. And shouted back, "This is Japan Airlines Flight 351. Such an exciting plot surely can't be without good equipment. I strongly recommend brothers and friends who want to change their phones recently to buy secondhand, like this Apple 14 Pro Max I bought on Genjon, 4,600 yuan, much cheaper than a new one by over 2,000. Look at this condition, such high cost performance. Moreover, Genjon has not only phones. The Lenovo Xiaoxin A14 I bought is also very cheap. Others can hardly tell it's secondhand. In short, trust me, buying secondhand on Genjon is the right choice." Afterward, the passenger plane and the fighter jets successfully landed at the airport. As they were about to disembark, they were greeted with a warm welcome. There were many soldiers welcoming at the airport. Cheerleaders held signs saying "Welcome to Pyongyang." The leader of the hijackers had a bad feeling because they saw black soldiers stationed not far away. To find out the truth, the hijackers asked the man meeting them if this was Pyongyang. They further asked what North Korea's 5-year plan was. They demanded to see large pictures of today's morning leader. When the hijackers saw that they couldn't answer, they refused to get off the plane. After hours of negotiation, South Korean authorities finally admitted that they were actually at airport in South Korea. The previous radio communication and fighter jets were all part of a carefully planned deception, but now this plan had failed. During the next 3 days, both sides remained deadlocked. On the afternoon of April 3, 1970, after some negotiation, Japanese Transport Minister Shinjiro Yamamura decided to take the passenger's place as a hostage. After some negotiation, Japanese Transport Minister Shinjiro Yamamura decided to take the passenger's place as a hostage. The hijackers released the remaining passengers and 4 flight attendants. At 6:05 p.m., the plane took off again. This time, it really crossed the 38th parallel, entering North Korean airspace. At 7:21 p.m., the plane landed at Miram Airport in North Korea. After landing, the North Korean side demanded that the hijackers disarm. Then another dramatic moment occurred. The knives, guns, and bombs used by the hijackers turned out to be all props. All remaining hostages were safely repatriated. The 9 hijackers successfully stayed in North Korea.